Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Coach Linda, and this is 100 Days of Purpose. I wanted to come on here today, and I want to talk about being willing on purpose. Um, And I'm kind of banking this on what we've been talking about. You know that purpose is a vehicle, and the vehicle needs to have oil, it needs to have gas. And those are, I'm going to talk about those in other lives. But today, I want to talk about one of the four wheels, if you will. And remember, the four wheels of the vehicle is resources, influence. I should say one of the wheels is resource, the other is influence, the other is opportunities, and the fourth one is willingness. And I'm talking about willingness today because, when you think about everything, right? Willingness should come first, right? And don't ask me why I do resources, influence, opportunities, then willingness. But when I was thinking about it yesterday, willingness has to come first, because if you are not willing on purpose to walk in your purpose, to do the things that you were meant to do on earth, if you're not willing to take that chance, to take that first step, to even find out if you're on the right road to your destination or to live out your destiny, um everything else is null and void. Everything else doesn't really matter, because the resources that you have, the influence that you have, the opportunities that come along do not underline your purpose. And so I want to talk today about being willing to grow, willing to study, willing to do whatever it takes so that you have the knowledge necessary and the wisdom to go with that knowledge. Because understand, knowledge without application is not wisdom. If you have knowledge, you must apply that knowledge to you and to what you're trying to accomplish so that you can gain the wisdom. And we understand, if you read the Bible in Proverbs, we understand that willing or wisdom is the principal thing. So you need wisdom in everything that you do. That's why I say be willing on purpose, because willing on purpose means that you're exercising the wisdom, you're exercising the knowledge. You understand that you have gained talent, you've gained skills, you've gained knowledge for this purpose. And remember, purpose is something that's set, it does not change. Do not get purpose confused with passion. They are two different things. Passions may come and go. I may be passionate about driving in my car, and tomorrow I want to get a motorcycle because I'm passionate about letting the wind blow through my hair. You can be passionate about one color and then tomorrow be passionate about another color. You can be passionate about your career today and passionate about another career tomorrow. You don't want to confuse passion with purpose. Purpose is a set thing. It does not change. Everything you do in life must underline your purpose. It must fall in line and align itself to why you were created. So when you ask yourself, what am I doing? It's not what am I doing? It's why do I exist? It's why do I exist? That has nothing to do with passion. Okay. So I know there's a lot of people out there saying, find your passion, find your destiny. I get it. And I used to say that a whole lot until I sat down and started to really unpack what purpose was. And I realized that purpose, you have to be willing to live out the reason why you exist. You have to be willing to live out the purpose of your life, and the purpose of your life will always bring you satisfaction. It doesn't ever drain you. I'm going to say that again. Your purpose never drains you. It's the reason why you're here. This water bottle was made to be a water bottle. Although it can be reconstructed, the plastic can be reconstructed into other things. The reason why this is made, the reason why this exists right here is to hold the water. And so you've got to understand why you were put on this earth. You've got to understand why you were put on this earth right now. Why not 100 years ago? Why not 100 years from now? Why not a generation ago? Why not a generation to come? There's a reason why you're here right now. And so you've got to understand that and develop that, but be willing to walk it out, willing to do everything necessary to get the knowledge that you need so that you can live a productive and a prosperous life. Because at the end of the day, your purpose is made to your purpose is made to give you that satisfaction. Your purpose is made that when you are operating in purpose, even on the bad days, even on the frustrating days, even when you feel like going upside somebody's head because they said something wrong, they looked at you sideways, whatever it may be, even in those moments, your purpose still fuels you. It still gives you that life. It still makes you want to wake up in the morning. It still makes you want to get out and do what it is that you want to do. Purpose is not something that you attribute to your career. It's not something you contribute to the titles that you carry. So when you say who am I, you shouldn't be saying what you do. You should be saying who you definitely are. And so on one of these 100 days of purpose, I'm going to walk and really work with you about how to set up that mission statement, how to develop your mission statement so that you can become willing to work that out, to walk that out, to do what's necessary for you to be a productive person in society, for you to be able to touch the lives of those around you, because your purpose is greater than you. Your purpose extends beyond your household. Your purpose extends beyond your career. Your purpose extends beyond what church affiliation you have. Your purpose extends beyond anything that you might try to limit it. It's unlimited. It's limitless, if you will. Your purpose is limitless. I think when I think about purpose, I think about the book Esther, right? And in there, Mordecai. I can't even say his name, but y'all know who he is. Y'all know cousin Mordecai. That's his name, Mordecai. I knew it was gonna come to me when I stopped thinking too hard. So cousin Mordecai told her, you know what? If you don't do what you were meant to do, if you don't live what you were meant to live, somebody else will come along and that person will do it, but they won't do it the way that you did it. Now I'm paraphrasing. They won't do it the way that you were supposed to do it because they won't have the access that you have. They don't have the experiences that you have. However, the job will get done because it's something that needs to get done. But if you don't do it, you won't get the satisfaction of saying that you were able to accomplish what you were put on the earth to do. And so he ends it with saying, maybe you're in the position that you're in, and I need you to hear this. Maybe you are the lawyer, maybe you are the doctor, maybe you are the pastor, maybe you are the teacher, maybe you are the sister, maybe you are the daughter, maybe you are the usher, whatever it may be that you take pride in. Maybe you are that thing because you were created for such a time as this. And when you look at Esther, when she did what it was that she was able to do, and the only she could do because she was the queen at the time, when she did what it was that she was supposed to do, generation after generation after generation after generation, even till now, they celebrate what she did. That's purpose. That's purpose. They celebrate, even today, they celebrate Purim because of Esther and her contribution, because she recognized it wasn't just to save her and those Jews that were alive then. It was to save the bloodline. It was to save all Jewish people. So whether you believe the Bible or not, that's a great example of someone doing their purpose, not understanding why they were born, because she was an orphan. She got snatched up, put in the palace, had to go through a purification and all of this stuff. She didn't really understand why all of that was happening. And then when she became queen, the king wasn't even dealing with her like that anymore. But she was put in that position for such a time as this. You are put on the earth for such a time as this. You need to find out why you were put on the earth. Why do you exist? Why do you breathe every day? Why do you wake up every day? Why are you still here and others have gone on? And once you get that, once you understand that, that's living a life of purpose. That's understanding that you are here for more than just waking up and going to work and dealing with them bad kids or them good kids, depending on how you feel about your kids right about now. Dealing with that spouse that just seems not to be doing the right thing right now. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because there's so much. I wish I could unpack this the way that I feel it, but you just have to hire me as a coach, and then we can get into it. Because when you hire me as a coach, I get into it because it's about you becoming and doing what it is that you need to do, and it's either me helping you understand that rubber stamp, you're on the road to purpose and you have your destination in sight, or it's you're on a road, but you're on the wrong road, and we need to get you on the right road because there's people waiting for you to develop and shine and give and contribute to them. And I tell you, there's nothing like the feeling of knowing that you've done all that you were supposed to do. You get up in the morning saying, look, I may have to go to this job that I don't like, but I get to have another day, another opportunity to do what it is that I was meant to do. I have another opportunity to be who I am, not who they think I should be, not what they've labeled me to be, not even what I've labeled myself to be according to what other people thought about me. I get to be, I get to do, I get to exist in the space that only I can exist in. So be willing on purpose to find and live and walk and be purposeful. That's it, and that's all. Just be willing to do it. And then you will see the resources, the influence, and the opportunities will come. You'll see that people start to appreciate you. The right people start to appreciate you, not those that just want something from you, but those that need what you have and they're appreciative that you are able to give it and that you're willing to give it. Because they recognize they can't get that anywhere else, and they value you for who you are. They're not trying to change you. They're not talking about you. They're not backstabbing you. They're not going out trying to undermine you and do on the sneak tip, do what it is that you do so they can they understand, look, only Linda can fit in this space, and I'm so glad she fits in this space. I'm so glad she's in my life. I'm so glad I get to experience this through her. I'm so glad. And you don't have to worry. I'm not saying they're going to be your friends. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that there are people that are assigned to you because what you have on the inside, you are willing to be that on purpose and to give that on purpose. And because of that, they are appreciative of you. They don't reject you. Those that are rejecting you don't need what you have, nor do they want it. I learned that the hard way. Many nights of crying. Why don't they like me? Why can't I get ahead? Why this? Why that? Woo, woo, woo. But when I learned to accept who I am and learn to look for my tribe and learn to look for those assigned to me, and guess what? When you're willing, you don't really have to look for them. They find you. They find you because they're out there shopping. They're out there looking. So they find you. It's a beautiful thing. I am Coach Linda. This is 100 Days of Purpose. Be willing on purpose. Just allow yourself to be open on purpose. And I guarantee you, the questions that you have, you will get the answers. And they won't always necessarily be the answers that you want, but you will have the answer. And I guarantee you this also. When you get those answers, whether it's the answer you wanted or not, when you get that answer, you're grateful. And it starts to give you that, ooh, that comes. So I'm Coach Linda. This is 100 Days of Purpose. You be well, be encouraged, and know if you see the invisible, achieve the impossible, you can only be you. And being you means the world must adjust. God bless you.